pit, yeah. Enough is enough! I have had it with these monkey-fighting snakes on this Monday to Friday plane! Everybody strap in! I'm about to open some freaking windows.
Ah, yes, there's nothing like those TV edits. It's an OGDOADIC MITSURUGI deck profile as we ramp up into some more events and more fun locals and more events. Shout out to the Wise Guys.
What's going on, guys? Pegasus from the Wise Guys, and we got some reptiles and snakes on a plane.
Snakes on a plane.
Snakes on a mother.
Oh yeah. We big planning.
Shout out to the Wise Guys, bro. Shout out to this bomb over here. Nah, but you've been playing snakes for a while, bro.
Sheehan. Yeah, I've been a big snake fan. The OGDOADIC cards when they came out, and then it took them 3 years to make a good reptile archetype that flows.
I've heard this new one. This new one.
Oh,
you
yeah.
know, it's not just a Rise of Yield deck.
It's not just Rise of Yield, exactly. There's so many ways to play the Mitsurugi cards, and I'm gonna show you how. I'm gonna show you how to do this. All right, first up, we're on 3 Saji on normal or special, or when it's tributed, it searches a Mitsurugi spell trap, and then whenever your reptiles will be destroyed by battle by card effect, you can tribute it instead. So this card will just keep looping you advantage like crazy. You play 3 if you're 1 card starter.
I've heard.
In this particular build, I'm playing 2 Kusanagi. He on normal special when he's tributed adds back a Mitsurugi spell card from your grave or banishment back to your hand. So this is how you recycle resources out of your grave, and you just keep going. And he's 16, so he's actually pretty big. A lot of us played 1. I like 2. He feels good. On to the rituals and why this deck is just kind of busted. We'll start off with like your main guy, Ameno. This card's insane. On normal, on special, he just pops your opponent's board. His other effect is when your opponent activates a card or effect, you can force them to discard a card, or the effect is negated. That alone, you don't think that's good?
I heard, bro. You clapped me last week. I was playing some rogue BS. You clapped me in like 2 minutes with this.
Oh yeah. You don't think just I don't have to let my effect get negated? Then you realize, over the course of 2 turns, I've lost 4 cards just to feel like I've done nothing.
And it's subtle too.
It's very subtle.
Subtle,
yes.
And then Ray Gecking you to death.
Oh yeah. And then both it and the other one, when they're tributed, they just search any engine card and then they just come right back. It's crazy. These cards just off a couple of cards, they just float really, really crazily. Next one is Futo no Mitama. This one is why
Would you call me, bro?
So this one doesn't do anything when it's summoned, but what it does is once per chain, when your opponent summons a monster, you can just summon back any reptile from your graveyard.
Any reptile?
Any reptile. Like it's
so
not
Snake Rain is real with this card.
Snake Rain is real with this card. And same thing as Ameno, when it's tributed, it floats, and then it searches anything in your deck. Anything. These cards are insane. Like,
yes,
they needed a way to make rituals broken, and they're like, hey, let's just make it to where get free advantage, and then cards come right back.
Right.
It's like, hey, remember how ritual spells used to need 3 cards to work? Well, let's just get it to make 1, and these cards just stick around. And the last card for the Mitsurugi cards is their Infernity Barrier on steroids. When your opponent activates a card or effect, tribute a level 8 or higher reptile, negate and destroy. And yeah, that's insane enough, because, oh, hey, what do these guys do when they're tributed? Oh, they float. They search your cards and then hit the board again. It's infinite recursion. Has another effect when it's in the grave, except the turn it's sent there. You can banish it, special summon any reptile from the grave, and then tribute another monster. So you can bring back the rituals, tribute them right back, and then summon them right back and gain more advantage. All in the battle phase, and just keep shoving.
The deck is so much more than Rise of Yield, and you can...
Yeah.
That's why I'm kind of glad we're doing this, because I could tell that there's way more.
There's so much more. Next on to the OGDOADIC cards. Your main searcher for the OGDOADIC engine is Nuya. This one on normal special, it can add any OGDOADIC spell trap. I only play spells, but fat butt. 2k booty is pretty goddamn good. And that's about the best G does. Still your better one. They also have an effect when they're in the hand. This and the other one. Pitch it, you can send a different attribute reptile from your deck to the grave. It used to be 3 and 3. You don't need to see this one nearly as much, because this only has 2 targets in the deck to send besides these guys, but sending them to the grave doesn't help you. But its main thing is to just hit the board and just kind of chill. So when it's in the grave, you control the monsters or an Ogdo, you can just summon it, and then it slowly reptile locks you, but you don't care. This list is more reptiles than anything, so this lock never affects you.
And so if people wanted to like mix in Rise or something, like you can't.
You can't.
You have to straight up play reptiles with
Yep.
reptiles. I got you. Maybe
playing-
Lightsworn or something wild like that. I
Yeah,
don't
some
know.
crazy stuff like that. We're playing the Curse to Pair. So when this thing's in the grave, it tributes a monster you control to summon it, and that is for cost. So hey, guess what happens when we tribute cards? We float advantage. And then your opponent can summon a monster. They almost always will, just to kind of chum block you, but like the monster they summon's effects are negated. The main thing about it is when it's summoned, it can target any OGDOADIC in your graveyard and just summon it right back. Main target, hurt his best friend, and then they just float into some crazy advantage. I'm playing one pseudo brick. I'm playing Neptibus. Other people were playing like Aaron and the other one. I like this one a little bit better because he's an actual extender. So if a card is discarded from the hand or sent from the deck to the graveyard, while this is in the graveyard, doesn't matter if it's you or your opponent, it just summons himself right back. Then you're locked into reptiles.
So this is
until
one of the
end.
new one, the newer
Yeah,
ones.
this is the most recent, newest one, along with another card in the deck that came out last course.
We just all missed it because nobody.
Yeah, nobody was paying attention. I better believe I was.
He said, "Hey,
I
don't
was,
speak
I was,
for
I was
yourself."
hyped. So what it does is it just, when it's on the field, it just targets any reptile in the grave and just summons it back. And he's a big fat 31 butt. Man, literally just kind of sits on the field and just kind of says, have fun trying to clean over him.
Ignorant.
Hey. That's it for the two main engines of the deck. Other reptiles that are non-engine, we play the one side Night Sword Serpent. I feel like if you play anything Mitsurugi with things, you just play this anyway because the card's broken. And then I'm playing one Reptilian Coil. It doesn't do anything. It's just a free summon if you control a dark reptile. It's just a free level 4 extender. So like controlling any of them just lets you summon it, and then you can just do whatever you want with it.
Broken card.
Yep.
That's a really, really broken card.
Oh, it really is. It does have another effect. I wish I could make use of it, but not something I'm going to worry about. It requires you to play more Reptilian cards, but the fact that it's just a free body does feel nice.
Yeah.
The only non-reptile, non-engine in the whole deck, Sakitama. It's just an additional normal. It's a level
enough.
4. He's free enough.
Sakatama is like that guy that just works 9 to 5.
Yeah, he just works the 9 to 5, and he's just there to make you feel better, man. You work the night shift, and he's your day shift relief. That's all it is.
Shout out to Photoshop Sakatama with a working Bob the Builder hat on.
Oh yeah. On to hand traps, playing 9 hand traps, playing Nib. I only wanted to play mostly powerful, high impact hand traps, so I'm playing Nib, Droll, and then like but not whatever Ash. Can't not play Ash. It's the only non-high impact.
For a girl is too strong right now.
Oh yeah, it's a little too good. On to spells. For the one-ofs, this is probably the stupidest card in the whole deck. OGDOADIC Daybreak, searchable off of Nuya. This thing says, quick effect, tribute a reptile you control. For every 2 levels it had, produce a token. Yeah, you can theoretically get 5.
I was like sitting there reading that and trying.
Yeah, you could theoretically get 5 tokens off this thing. You are not locked into anything.
That's what I'm saying. It can just keep doing that?
Just
for every
just the
2
once.
levels.
For every 2 levels. So if you tribute to level 8, that's 4 tokens. If you tribute Nihilibus, that's a 10. That's 5 tokens.
This card is insane, then.
Yeah. Has another effect when it's in the grave.
Shout out to the badass comic book artwork.
Oh yeah. When it's in the graveyard, you can target any of your banished reptiles, shuffle it into the deck, and then push any reptile out of your deck. And you can use both those effects in the same turn. Yeah. So you can put back Night Sword Serpent, and then do whatever, send whatever, just keep going and keep flowing. We'll play 1 Water Lily. Water Lily's crazy, if you know how it works. It's just a searchable Foolish. But the funniest part about it is at resolution, it checks for 5 names. If you have 5 different named reptiles, you can just summon any reptile from your grave. And that's at resolution, so if you have 4 on activation and send 5, it'll check, and then it'll summon. Insanity.
Card is insane.
Oh yeah. Call by. Call by is always good.
I like these all this theory. You have to call by. Yeah.
Call by. Now, the reason this deck's just stupid. Mitsurugi Ritual, obviously.
These cards are so freaking
Yeah, this is, I've never seen a more custom ritual spell in my entire life.
Tell me about it. I mean, hey, you know, I speak for Drytron. It was pretty good.
Oh
but,
yeah.
you know.
It has 1 or 2 effects on activation. You can ritual summon from your hand, and if you ritual from hand, you can tribute materials in your deck. That effect cannot be ashed because you're tributing. It's the same concept as Grunix. And then another one is you can ritual summon from your deck. Now, how crazy it is, they fixed ritual summoning off 1 card with both concepts. Let me just ritual summon out of my hand, sending the stuff out of the deck. That is a even 1-for-1, and then another one. Let me just banish stuff, tribute stuff I don't care about on the field, and then just summon from the deck.
Make sure people
Tell me
know
that doesn't just seem insane.
Yeah, because you can ash one, you can't ash the
Yep.
other, and that matters too.
There's a reason Necros doesn't have something like this.
Well,
did you imagine if Necros had something like that?
Oh, we about to get there, man.
No, we about to get there. Next,
I've been tested.
oh yeah. Next up is Prayer. This card is kind of crazy. It's a quick play rota. It has 2 effects. You get to choose, but when you activate it, if you tribute a reptile, you can then activate both effects in sequence. Its first effect is Search. Second effect is Pay 8, Feel Great. Special summon any Mitsurugi from your hand or grave. That includes the monster you search with the first effect, because the effects are resolving in sequence. And you just activate, tribute, search, summon the same monster, and just kind of vibe. You can pick which one if you're not ritualing, but if you're not tributing, but you know, it's all good. Insane cards. And then my favorite card in the entire game. I'm sad I don't have these as CRs, but it is what it is.
Sadness. Oh yeah.
Snake Rain. Have you ever just wanted to send 4 cards out of your deck for free? Not once per turn, by the way. All for the cost of low cost of 1 card from your hand. Just put 5 cards.
I too miss Painful Choice. Bro. I miss Painful Choice too.
I love this card.
No, this card is ridiculous, bro.
Oh, yeah.
And it's like, oh, if we ever got some snakes and then this deck dropped a couple years ago, we were like, oh, okay, well there it is.
There it is. Imagine you go Snake Rain, pitch 1. They're like, oh, I'll ash that. Then they look at you dead in the eye and go Snake Rain again, pitch 1, send 4. That is the freest ash ever.
You did that recently.
I did. I actually did it to somebody earlier today. It is insane. And then the final card of the deck, which this stuff only works in the extra, Planet Pollution Virus. This card is bananas. So it's a virus, so tribute the corresponding stuff. You tribute an alien you control. First off, after you do that, it just Regekis your opponent's entire field. It destroys all their monsters without A counters. And then after that, any monster they summon from that point on until the end of the next turn, they get A counters.
So you actually can... It's a freaking thrust target, bro.
It is also a thrust target, yes.
It's crazy, bro.
Yes, we will come back to this because the card for it is in the extra. That's it. The main deck's 43 cards. I couldn't keep it at 40. You have to play 3 little weird bricks, and they kind of suck. So I had to go over, and I don't feel bad about it. I actually like it. On to the extra. We play 1 synchro just because it's funny. Reptilian. I don't know how to say that. I'm not even try. That's freak. It's just a standard synchro, but its effect, it has a unique effect.
Milieu seen instead of seek, maybe?
Something like that. So first off, if you use 2 reptiles to make it, can be destroyed by battle by card effects. It's kind of cute. You can kind of chum block with it, do whatever we want with it, because you can make it because the Reptilian Codal is a tune. Pretty cool. Its other effect is when your opponent special summons a monster, kind of just like Futso, once per chain, this thing can blank its attack to 0. And yeah, just make their attack 0, which is actually kind of funny. It has another effect to float into reptilians, but that'll never come up because your only target is 1 in the deck, and then you just kind of go.
Yep.
Next, 2 King of the Fear Limps. Card's crazy. Not once per turn. Searches your entire...
And you're actually playing reptiles.
Actually playing reptiles, so yes.
Respect.
Oh, yeah. Playing the 1 Eclipse Twin, because, hey, if I can... Why not copy a book out of Braziel and then kind of loop this however I want? Kind of vibe. Stupid card. Needs to be banned. I'm not going to say anything. Another stupid card. Doesn't need to be banned. He was banned for a very long time. He deserves this, but it's
Shout out to AJ Jones. Shout out to AJ Jones. He knows why.
Oh, yeah. On to Lynx, playing 1 Haggard. Hey, guess what? We actually get to resolve these second effect to draw cards, because not just a Malice. Banish a Reptile, you get to draw a card with this effect, which does come up. Then we're on IPSP. That's it for non-reptiles.
Okay, here's the secret
Here's the stuff. I'm playing 2 because, you know, I kind of feel like it. I don't want something to randomly rip him out. But this is Alien Shock Trooper in frame. He is your alien target for your virus, and the card you're going to be tributing. But he does have some effects. His effect is, as a quick effect, you can just discard a monster, target face-up card your opponent controls, actually just on the field, and distribute A counters wherever you want. And he's super fun because he says, distribute them as you wish, which isn't on very many cards.
And this card comes in and cleans you up for having counters sitting around.
Yep. First off, this card with these 2 just becomes a blank Regeki. So it's just kind of Regeki's your whole board, which is really good. He has another effect that when he is destroyed by battle, specifically, unfortunately, he can soul charge reptiles up to every single A counter that currently exists on the field.
So it's like Coral Triangle, the Marin says card for them, basically.
Yep.
I got you. This is an insane card.
Oh, yeah.
This is recent, too?
No, this is old. This came out when Help of Pybrax came out.
Yeah.
And then the card that makes all this shenanigans even stupider. Oh, you're wondering, oh, thrust. Well, the reason you can play this card is because of this dude, Zola. On summon, search any card that includes the text in its text and a counter. Guess what has that? So when he is link summoned, he just outright searches this card.
Oh, so you don't even need the damn thrust.
Nope.
Okay, that's why I didn't see thrust. I was about to ask you why I didn't see it.
So yeah, so this card just outright searches this. Now his other effect, this is where this could confuse a lot of people. His effect is, your opponent cannot activate monster effects for monsters who have A counters on them. He forces them, he's like a Baguska on steroids. Any monster who has an A counter, forces them to defense mode. Then he just says, neither player can activate their effects.
Card. Okay.
Oh yeah.
It's a powerful card, dude.
Yep. Like this little combo, once it sticks, like there's only a couple of cards that can out this combo. And it's crazy. And I'll explain a small little tidbit. Last two cards, access code, because I can do it and it's funny. And then Underworld Goddess, because I got locked out of my deck today and I hesitated on making this and it kind of cost me the game.
We literally had a game, bro, where you were about to do it to me and you were like, nah, Dad. And then I was like, I can see him about to do this to me, so I'm going to do it to him. And then you go, dang, can I Underworld Goddess him back?
Yep. So a thing about this deck is, with this little combo, what ends up happening, your inboards are almost always going to be basically just this. It's literally just this is your inboard. You'll tribute this, nuke their board. So if at any point they remove him, albeit by banishing or bouncing him, they destroy him, whatever, doesn't matter. And if they immediately try to summon, this will just keep bringing him back. So you can just keep looping this guy if he gets removed, as long as he's not getting banished and he's just going to the grave and they keep summoning monsters, this will keep sending him to lock them out of playing the game. And that's for 3 whole turns you can do this.
Bro, that's absolutely stupid. You didn't have to tell anybody that. But that actually is really, really stupid. And it gives the deck like a kill switch that can take your head off, if you know.
Yep. The wording can't activate is what throws a lot of players off, because they'll keep trying to make plays thinking, oh, I got an out to this, I got an out to this effect. You can't activate effects.
Can't do anything.
You can't attempt to do it. I can't
do
even
not
do
pass
cards.
go. Do not collect 200.
Do not grab 200. Go straight to jail. Stay in defense. No effects.
We're definitely putting you in the thumbnail and the Monopoly.
Onto the side. Where'd my other bestial? Playing 3 bestials. These are too good to just not play. Obviously, you can just play the bestial, the Druid Worms, but whatever. Thrust and talents, I feel like it's just too good to not play. It's going to be out of order, so I just noticed they're not in order.
Oh, you do have a thrust somewhere.
Yeah,
okay,
bro. I played the thrust.
Okay.
I don't leave with that.
Now I can relax.
Lance, this is another card. You need to have Lance on your side. It's reached a point where
I learned today the card can stop mermail. So.
Yep. Side deck's incomplete. Don't know where my third one went, but 3 D-Barrier. I want to draw and be able to thrust and do it. Found it. 3 D-Barrier. And another card, droplets.
Because you got a free hand. They're free like Drytron. Because you can just...
Yep. These cards generate advantage everywhere. Like, you can link these off and just leave this, and as long as they keep summoning, it can just keep bringing these guys back. Like,
so this is really just mid-range, but...
Mid-range control.
That control will do a snap your neck like a twig.
The control turns into, I don't need to tell you no multiple times. You just can't. Like, I'm just gonna stop you before your mouth's already wide open. No, you can't. Like, and it's gonna borderline be disrespectful. It's like, can't do that.
Hey, well, bro, snakes were not on a plane today. They were in Kansas City, Missouri, and they were doing some work, bro.
We'll take them somewhere else here pretty soon.
Hey. Headed to some regionals and some YCSs. We out, bro. Yep. We going down. It's like the snake charmer thing. You know, he's a snake charmer. He's going that way. We're going this way.
Snake charmer.